Kuyanani, thank you very much, Taylor Haipani, who is so gracious to be able to provide us the opening prayer today. My name is Natan Obed. I'm the president of Inuit Tapiriit Kanatami and the co-chair for today's Inuit-Crown Partnership Committee meeting. I'm so pleased to be hosted by Dwayne Smith and the Inuvik. There's always an incredible welcome that we receive from IRC and from Inuvik generally, and I'm always pleased to be in Inuvik. So nakomik kuyanani Dwayne. Also, very pleased to be able to convene this meeting with the Prime Minister. Your leadership, and especially in convening this meeting so soon after the election and getting back to work within the ICPC space is a real indicator that you are willing to work with Inuit in the process that we have set up with the Government of Canada for now 8 years or so. We have a lot of issues that we need to work through. We know that there are things that are top of mind in the world and here in Canada that we must discuss, whether it be sovereignty, defense and security, building Canada, creating one economy. And in addition to that, we have a number of other priority areas that we have identified. There are actually 14 priority areas within the ICPC structure and 14 associated work plans. We look forward to getting back to work on some of those areas as well, whether it be the Child First Initiative, the ongoing housing crisis, and the necessary actions to resolve it, the work that still needs to be done on education and on language and infrastructure. All of these things I hope we can have fulsome conversations about today. Also, Canada had released an Arctic foreign policy in December of 2024, and the implementation of that policy is top of mind for us. We hope to co-develop certain implementation features of the policy with you, Minister Anand, and with you, Prime Minister. So as you can see, there's so much work to do. We come as Inuit understanding that the Government of Canada will always have priorities, and the Inuit will always have priorities. Where we meet in the middle is where we can do the best work and implement our modern treaties, ensure that we uphold Inuit rights in this country, and then also just build a better Canada. So we look forward to working with all of the ministers that are here in attendance and with you. Solemn but exciting work. And finally, I would just like to thank the ministers who have taken time out of your schedules to be here with us. This is the first time that a sitting Minister of Finance has attended the ICPC, so thank you, Minister Champagne, for being here. In addition to all of the ministers here who are going to be essential for the relationship and the work ahead. Nakomik, I'll now pass the mic to Prime Minister Carney.
Thank you very much, President Obed, and thank you, Chair Smith, Dwayne, for hosting us. Thank you for your leadership. It is a great pleasure, a great honor for me and almost a third of our cabinet to join this Inuit-Crown Partnership Committee meeting. It's a testament to how effective this body has been because of your leadership, and how much it can accomplish, how much more it can accomplish going forward. And I think that's reflected in the agenda today and the seriousness with which it has been prepared, and how we intend to move forward. There is much that has been accomplished in a short period of time, but there is so much more to do to improve social services, to close the infrastructure gap, to educate our youth, and to create a brighter future for them, a brighter, more sustainable future for them. And I want to say a few words on one aspect of that bright future, because much of our discussions, not all by any stretch of the imagination, but much of our discussions today will be around how we can build a new economy together and how we can take some initiatives that our government has launched with the Building Canada Act and connect and transform our economy to create great careers for our citizens. Now, I want to be absolutely clear in this public forum what the Act could do and what it doesn't do. I want to be clear up front that the Act fully respects treaty rights, including modern treaties, the modern treaties with Inuit treaty organizations. It fully respects treaty-based environmental assessment processes. In fact, those will be essential for anything that we move forward. Really, what the Act does is it creates conditions for the federal government to be more effective and efficient in our part of the partnership. You know, for too long, the attitude in Ottawa has been, why should a project be done, as opposed to in response to initiatives and requests for projects, how can we help the project to move forward? And so what we're doing is several things to make ourselves more efficient. One is to create a single point of contact, a major projects office. It'll be up and running by Labor Day, which is the place to submit ideas and opportunities, and also for the federal government to organize itself. But the identification of those projects comes through consultation, cooperation, engagement. That is at the heart. In order to help facilitate that, we're doing several things. We are forming an Indigenous Advisory Council for that major project office, and that will be comprised, and this is part of what we'll discuss, is Inuit representation on that. That is a supplement to existing processes, very much with respect to how we're working together at this table. In addition, we will be providing significant financial resources so that if a project is identified and the federal government is doing our side of the equation, then there can be full equity ownership participation financed up to $10 billion by the federal government. So that is a significant shift. In order to make those determinations, and this is so true of so many things that we work on, there is a need for capacity and capacity building. It is hard to determine these big complex projects. So we'll be providing over $40 million for capacity to work on project proposals and help to prepare them. There's a wide range of potential ideas, many of which we discussed, within a few days of becoming Prime Minister. President Obed kindly hosted me and an informal discussion amongst us. We were physically in Iqaluit, others were there virtually, and we discussed some of the opportunities that were there. New ports, critical minerals, transportation, dual-use infrastructure, and the Minister of Natural and National Defense is here to help formulate those discussions. These are the nature of where we will want to go. I'll touch on one other issue in the presence of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, which is security. Security in this part of the world, security across in this part of our country, I should say, and security across for Canada. There are new threats that have emerged. Physical threats, virtual threats, tangible threats. We take those threats seriously. We take our responsibility to defend all Canadians seriously. It's the first thing we think about when we get up in the morning. The Minister of National Defence does not sleep. He does not get up in the morning because of these threats. And I think we're starting to see the first phase of that reaction. 365-day presence in the Arctic, on land, sea, and in the air. $6 billion investment in over-the-horizon radar. An expansion of our physical footprint, including with the potential on dual-use port infrastructure. Again, we need to hear from you what you think makes the most sense in that regard so that we can make the right decisions. And alongside that, diplomacy. We are working closely with the Arctic Council. We are appointing our new Arctic ambassador. We'll discuss that today and make that announcement over the course of today. And one of the important things for us to discuss, because this is an idea that very much came from this table, is how we can make that ambassador's new role as effective as possible for all of us. With that, I just want to finish again by thanking you for bringing us together. Thank you for your leadership. I also want to thank Taylor for starting us off in the right way. That was both beautiful and inspiring, and it's a reminder of the responsibilities that we all share to build a better future for Taylor, her classmates across the North. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.